Welcome back, our viewers, on this journey of the Lake Elmentaita tourist circuit. Hi. And this whole episode has been proudly sponsored by Athens Real Estate. If you're looking for land to build your family home, or real estate, or just an investment, look no further. Athens Real Estate got you. Sit still, and we'll be cruising at 100 nautical miles to the Caribbeans. So sit still and enjoy the ride. But if in case we don't make it to the Caribbeans, please make sure that you've given all your bank documents and all your details to your wife or to your husband. Something that you thought about and just, came up with it, or is it something that came out of somewhere? How did this all start?
Actually, I would say Lemon Valley evolved by accident. We never intended to do anything like this. And in fact, we always say with my husband, if we had known everything that it would take, we would not have even attempted. Yeah, so I think I'm just an artistic person. From when I was very young, all my pocket money, I would just spend it buying those magazines we used to buy on the streets, the design magazines, and I would just eat them up. That's all the pennies I was saving, that's what they were going to. So I just really had an interest in just design. That was my passion and my hobby. But those days we didn't have good career counseling, so I found myself in biochemistry.
That's a good one.
A lecturer in biochemistry. Yeah, before I woke up and realized this is killing me, this is not me, So then we had a little house in town, and I had just over decorated it. It was just bursting from the frames. I had broken down windows, raised the roof, and my canvas was full, So when we got this piece of land, we were thinking of farming, and we were thinking of, we'll have a farm and then we'll build and retire there.
Oh, amazing.
So we came and we developed a farm, tried some horticulture, lost a lot of money, realized it was not for us. So we began to think outside the box, what else can we do? And we're like, this view is so beautiful. It looks like it's giving a camping vibe. Let's try some camping. So we cleared a patch, set up a campsite, and then we realized Kenyans don't want to cook for themselves. They're just like, okay, where will we get our meals? I'm like, we'll cook your meals. Nobody's coming. So it forced us to put up a little kitchen, one table. So that's where we began. Little kitchen, one table with 4 chairs. Then by demand it grew slowly. Then you discover there are those who don't want to camp, so you put in one little cabin. And then the next, and it just sort of grew from there by demand. You realize people want to swim when they come. You're losing a lot of customers because you don't have a pool. So you put in the pool, So little by little, that's how the place evolved. It was never in our
Like
plans.
intentional.
Yes, intentional.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we have enjoyed the journey. It's been, I think, for me, just what I needed for my creative outlet.
Yeah.
And we've had people who have really appreciated the creativity,
Yeah.
And I think also trying to do a lot on a small budget has also, pushed me to my creative limits.
Yes.
And a lot of people that come here, that's what they identify with, I think.
Yes.
They're like, this is so doable, I can do this.
Yeah, the cups and the mugs. And most of the time when my cup breaks, I'm just throwing it away. I don't. It has a dent. I really don't care. I dispose it off because I cannot give it to a guest. Yeah, but
Exactly.
see how
So we are
Nancy
big on
turns it out.
recycling.
Nancy makes it all beautiful.
Yes,
from
using
ashes
cast
to
off.
beauty.
Yes,
You're the right definition of ashes to beauty.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So that has been, I think, for many people who connect with, crafting, with recycling. We have had people who really appreciate that, loving the place.
And even as you talk there, before I lose my trail of thoughts, it's because I'm talking about sustainability. A lot of this being a restaurant, I'm sure that the glasses and the cutleries and everything else comes out when they're not so fit for the kitchen. Again, now you're able to bring them out here. And I love the glasses, the bottles being hung out there, like finding purpose in recycling, in reusing, and just the sustainability of it that makes the environment as beautiful as it is. That is something that is it something that you consciously thought about, or is it just the craft part? I want to use this to remold this. I want to use this to remold this.
Yeah, I think I've always been fascinated with recycling, and repurposing.
Yeah.
It's always just been something very fascinating for me.
Yeah.
And also, of course, it helps preserve the environment.
Yeah.
So that it's a useful passion to have.
Oh, yeah.
So I've always been, just curious about, you see an old door that has been recycled into, a coat hanger.
Yes.
I just love it. It's just, I connect with it on some level. So I'm always looking for, what can I recycle? What can I reuse? Yeah, like if you look on our tables, we have the old thermos flasks that we were using for tea.
Yes. And now
when the handles are broken, we just put them on the table, use them as flower vases and so on.
Yeah.
So it's also just a fun thing to do, apart from just...
Simply that's it. Yes, I keep saying, Lemon Valley is a gift that keeps giving. It never stops giving. And you see, I am amazed by when you say, it's not where I want it to be. I'm like, what else is you looking for?
Yeah.
There.
I'm so glad. Once in a while you get those kind of fans that just come and, just encourage you and make you feel like you're getting it right.
Oh yeah. You definitely got it. You definitely got it right.
Yeah.
This one, I look at it and I find that there's no one who has gone out of their way to be able to see this. I see this maybe like in the movies where you see you see the way now the black pops, just not so much, it's not outshining the environment. It's just popping nicely and just blending nicely with the nature. So that's when you see it like in the movies, and then you're like, oh, I want to go there, but here it is.
Yeah.
You brought the experience here from the movies right here. For me, I was like, this is right from the movies. What I've been thinking going.
If you look around there, we are trying to still change some things. Because I realized like the white really pops out.
Yes.
So now we are turning it to black so that it can blend more
within the environment.
With the environment. Yes. Our cabins before were maroon, turning them back to black, so that it can just blend
with nature.
With nature.
Yeah.
So we try not to even cut down our bushes. Of course, we'll clear around the cabins, just to
keep the place safe.
Keep the place safe, yes.
From some crawling animals.
Yes.
They will not show up in the cabin, But if you find them on the way, please guys, just give them way.
Give them way, yes. We also, we will not completely eliminate them.
Sure.
In fact, right now what we're trying to do on our website, social media pages, is just alert people that if you love nature, you'll be at home here.
Oh, yeah.
Because we'll have some creepy crawlies,
Oh, yeah.
we'll have some insects. Not excessive,
Yes.
you'll be comfortable, but if you really have an aversion for that sort of thing, then you know, if nature is not your
Yeah,
thing, then this is not your place.
place.
Because we do
Yeah.
get some people who are, I would call city types. They are totally adverse to,
Yes.
you know, they see a spider and
Like they are
fr-
screaming.
and we don't have any poisonous ones here anyway. And they will not sleep. So then this is not the place for it.
Sure.
Because it's a blend of bush and nature, and
Yeah.
you'll hear the frog croaking in the
yeah.
pond next to you. You will,
Yes. I
yeah,
can
you
imagine.
will
Yeah.
feel totally. I mean, it's perfectly safe, but it's also full of nature.
And I say that nature gives, it gives so much back in terms of, like I can see some of the, like what you pick from the environment and just being able to bring here the rosemaries, being able to blend in the rosemaries on the table, this being a restaurant, being able to support the ecosystem of this place to remain as fresh as possible, to be able to blend in with the nature as much as possible. And, I think we are all different, but once you move to a certain aspect of life and you realize that you draw so much from that nature, then you begin to feel like, let me start giving back to it, because it's what keeps me going.
Exactly.
Like personally, I find that when I go to the city, or anytime I'm in the city, I just can't function. I just find that my mind is caged. I am locked. I feel like I'm in a jail somewhere. I feel like I am so limited and all that. But the moment I step out and I am just in such an environment, like when I come here, my mind just opens up to the possibilities of anything that I feel like I want to do. And my mind literally just spirals like, wow, this is
Right.
something happening. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you're at the right place. But of course, as you say, it's not everyone's cup of coffee.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's
Yeah, and actually, a lot of our clientele are people from the city.
yeah.
You know, some people don't have a
Yeah.
choice. They have to live in their apartment.
Yes.
They have to commute to work. She's
Yes.
in the city, you
Yeah,
know. The kids have to go to school, and so on.
Yeah.
But they like to escape every once in a while to
Yeah.
just nature, reconnect with nature, distress.
Yeah.
So a lot of our clientele is actually people like that just want to run away from the city once in a while.
Yes.
Come and just detox from
yeah.
all the digital activities, all the pollution, all the mayhem.
Yeah.
Because the one thing you notice here, it's like it's very quiet. You
Yes.
don't have the city noises.
No.
And sorry, we also don't have pollution. The air is just fresh. You know, people always say, "Oh, yeah, the air here. When I want to get here, the air is just fresh." You know, and so a lot of people just come here for
Yeah.
that break.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm joined by
Nancy Mungatana.
the visionary behind Lemon Valley. Thank you for having us, Nancy.
You're most welcome.
Asante. Nancy, what inspired the creation of Lemon Valley?
Lemon Valley actually, I would say, evolved by accident. Yeah, from somebody that was very creative, loves nature, loves to design and to repurpose things.
Yeah.
Yes, but we never set out to establish Lemon Valley. We thought we would have a farm
Yeah, sure.
and a cottage in the farm. We would do some horticulture.
Yeah.
Yes, but then it just, I think it just evolved from, just from feedback from people,
Yeah.
people saying this is a perfect site for a campsite,
Oh,
you know?
yeah,
So we
yeah.
set up the campsite,
Yeah.
And then, we thought people don't want to cook. Let's put up a small kitchen. So
Yeah.
we put up a small kitchen, and
Yes.
that grew into a slightly bigger restaurant,
Yeah.
Then the pool came next, then some cabins came in next,
Yeah.
just growing organically by demand.
Yes.
Yeah, so that is how Lemon Valley came to be. I know God knew about it
Yeah.
right from the start, but we
Oh, yes.
didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's been an amazing journey. We have enjoyed it. We've enjoyed creating this, trying to create it in a way that it's in harmony with nature,
Yes.
it's sustainable.
Yes.
and it's all about peace, quiet, serenity,
Yeah.
good views.
Oh yeah. All the views.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
nature, more nature.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, amazing. Now that you talk about being in harmony with nature and just being able to, and for sure your location is quite unique. Like it's spectacular but very unique. What challenges did you face in developing the property in this area?
Of course, at first when we began, there was no road. That was the
Yeah.
biggest challenge.
Yeah.
Yeah, so when it rained, we knew we wouldn't get home. You had to
Oh
find
yeah.
alternative
Yeah.
arrangements. Yeah, but with time we got a road. Then we had to put in a borehole, get water. I mean, it was a totally wild,
Place.
and a clean slate. There was nothing on it,
Yeah.
So we had to develop everything from scratch. We are set on a hillside,
Oh yeah.
so it was just a steep hillside of rock,
Yeah.
basically.
Yeah.
So every flat area we have had to flatten it,
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think also because we didn't set out to really establish a campsite here,
Yeah.
and we never really applied for, we didn't have plans, we didn't really apply for financing or anything like that.
Yeah.
So we've also had to do a lot on a narrow budget.
Sure.
But that was a blessing because
Oh,
it
yeah.
makes you more creative, it pushes you to be creative.
Yeah.
And I think that's what a lot of people like about this place. They're able to relate with what we've done. It's so doable for
Yeah.
most people. And it was challenging, but
Yeah.
also a blessing, I would say.
I love it when you say that you had to work with that, on a budget and being very creative. So talk to us about the interiors of this place, the creativity, and I know that you're the brains behind all this. Just talk to us about that.
Yeah, so I don't have any formal training in like design or
Yeah.
yes. I actually did biochemistry. I was a biochemistry lecturer.
Yeah. From
Yeah,
the classroom right to
from the
hospitality
lecture hall, yes.
and into crafts.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, but I always had an interest,
Sure.
right from when I was a young girl, through campus, all my little monies, any money I could save,
Yeah.
I would invest in magazines. We
Yeah.
used to buy them on the street, and
Yeah.
the used ones that you could get at a good price, and I would just devour them. And my mind was always in just creating.
Yeah.
Good spaces. I was especially drawn towards repurposing and reusing things,
Yeah.
just luxury and creativity that is not costly, that is not ostentatious,
Yes.
something that is simple and rustic.
Yes.
So I just grew that desire
Yeah.
in me.
Yeah.
Many people that come here always say, "Oh yeah, you must have lived abroad. You must have."
Yeah. Right.
You
Yeah.
must have
Yeah.
gone to design school.
Yes.
And, that's not true. I mean, I went there in my mind,
Wow. Yeah. Yeah.
through just reading the books, the magazines, they opened up that world for me.
Yeah.
And I just love reusing what is available locally, using local fundis. I
Yes.
haven't imported anything. I haven't bought anything from
Yes.
expensive design shops, and I've just created with what is locally available.
Yeah.
So yeah, that is I think the story behind the design. If you go to the restaurant, the cabins, you'll see lots of reused things, lots
Yes.
of locally available
Oh yes. Yeah.
things.
Yeah.
Nothing over the top, just simple, rustic, but hopefully tasteful, interesting.
Things that look wasteful to some of us, things that people just throw around. That broken cup you've thrown out into the garbage, Nancy knows how to use it perfectly well.
Right.
Yeah, and maybe just that brings me to how do you balance running a hospitality business with sustainability? So I know that you've touched a little bit of that, but then that brings in the sustainability aspect, because then you're running a hospitality space, then it means there's a lot of waste that has to come out of the kitchen here. So maybe just pick a little slightly about that.
Yeah, I think one of the things that really helps is that we are a working farm. We are actually a functional farm,
Yes.
not commercial. We did try to do some commercial farming. We were not very successful at it, but We try to keep our own produce that we use in the restaurant. So we have our little shamba that
Yes.
produces almost all the vegetables,
Yeah.
especially that we need for the restaurant.
Yeah.
We have cows for
Yeah.
milk. We
Yeah.
have goats, pigs, sheep,
Oh yeah.
rabbits.
Oh.
Yeah, that we just feed organically from what we grow here. We grow our own corn and so on that we are able to just grind and mix and make feeds for the animals. And then we use their meat in the restaurant. So that enables us as much as possible to make sure that our food is fresh, it's organic, it's being produced right here. Yeah, we are also trying to go solar. We are not yet fully solar,
Yeah. Yeah.
but
Yeah.
we are getting there. We have our own borehole where we get our water from and then just run it through a reverse osmosis filter.
Yes.
So, in a lot of aspects, we are almost getting to full sustainability.
Wow.
So, we are not yet there, but we are very deliberate about getting
Going
there.
that route.
Yeah, so what's left?
Yeah.
We are working on it.
Yeah, and I like
Yeah.
that you say that. I think you're about you're more above 70-80% in already that what you have already invested, and that brings me to the next question of um what makes this space unique in Elmentaita's growing tourism scene. And maybe you can also share like the different products and everything else that is within your space.
Yep. Okay. I think Lemon Valley is very unique, not just in Elmentaita, but in Kenya.
Sure, I
Generally.
agree.
Yes.
In Kenya
And
and
the
maybe East
reason-
Africa.
Yes.
You won't find such a property. It's not quite easy. Tried researching, but you're right. Yeah.
Right. And the reason is because I think just by how it evolved, we didn't set out to set up a lodge, then we could have, maybe hired somebody who's a specialist in setting up a lodge and then we would just have the same blueprint that,
Copy and paste.
yes, that everybody is using.
Oh yeah.
It has just organically evolved,
Yeah.
mostly as a passion.
Yes.
It's like a lab project.
Oh,
So
yeah.
it really is unique because it's not, you wouldn't find this anywhere else. I actually do not know a place that is like Lemon Valley. That is a 38-acre
Yeah.
working farm. So you
Yeah.
have lots of land to explore. Then it has the view. Then it has the farm aspects with all the farm animals. Then it also has activities like, we have zip lining, archery.
Yeah.
What else do we have?
Nature trails.
Nature trails,
Yeah.
pony rides,
Yes.
So we have the activities.
Yeah.
And then we also have the rustic cabins. And the cabins are not like any I have seen. We have tried to develop a unique concept.
Yes.
I must admit,
I
some
agree.
of them, half of them are not yet done. But we are getting there.
Yeah.
But they are unique. I have not seen cabins like this, and
Yeah.
so, and then they are all set with nature around them.
Yeah.
We maintain the bush around them. We
Yeah.
just manage it. But you actually get the full experience of a cabin in the woods.
Oh, yes.
Yet you're still in a farm.
Oh, yes.
Yet you still have a restaurant available and
Yeah.
activities available.
Yeah. I agree.
And a wonderful view. So it's a unique mix.
Yeah.
And because it's been just developed and designed by me
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
my crazy
There's only
eclectic
one
style.
Nancy.
Yes,
There's actually only one Nancy.
exactly.
So you cannot get it in this anywhere else.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that gives it that unique edge.
Yeah.
And the people that just like creativity,
Yeah.
that like originality, that like something a bit out of the ordinary,
Yeah.
and that love nature,
Yes.
then would be able to really love this place.
And I think I'll also talk about the warmth of this place, the people. The warmth meaning the people. As you come in from right at the gate, the reception is amazing. Kind, polite, very warm, very welcoming, and all that. There's just the hospitality aspect in them. And then there's Nancy, who is able to respond to your texts, who is able to, guide you, who is able to advice even when you're thinking, do I go this way? Do I go that road? I have hosted an event here. I have been here like, several times, but each time Nancy gives me the ear to be, or an ear to be able to, Nancy, this is my budget. This is what I'm working with. What do you think? She's like, don't worry, we will work it out. We will just manage it. So there's the people, there's the property. Well done, because I have been to establishments that the properties are so good, but the people are something else. But you've been able to get both right. That is something that, for me, that is another age. That's a unique aspect about your space and about Lemon Valley. So you would find the hospitality, the people, the warmth, the ambience, everything else just rolls in place. And I was just telling Nancy that this is a gift that keeps giving. When you come here once, trust me, you will keep coming. This one, we can bet it and get it to the bank. You will keep coming. There's never once here. If you're the person who is looking for such kind, if you're meant for this or you're cut out for this, you will keep coming. So
Yeah.
I know that you're at the right place, and this is what gives Lemon Valley a unique age. And for me, that is why this is like the first episode or the premiering episode about Lake Elmentaita's tourist attraction circuits, because I mean, this is the curtain raiser, guys, and you will tell me when I finish filming these episodes. You will be the judges. All right,
Yeah.
Nancy, we can keep going again. So, what would you say to the young Kenyans who want to venture into ecotourism or rural development?
Well, what I would say is, follow your heart.
Yeah,
Don't be afraid to start.
sure.
Because, like I was telling you, if we knew everything that it would take, that
Yeah.
it would require, we probably would never have begun the journey.
True.
But I'm glad that we did. It's been so worth it. And once you start, as long as you have a heart for it, you have a passion for it. Yeah, it's challenging. I cannot say it's not challenging. We've had our fair share of challenges,
Yeah.
but if you have a heart and a passion for it, you will follow through, you will be consistent, you will show up, you will make it work. And the other thing I would say is be original.
Sure.
Develop your original dream.
Hmm.
Don't be generic, because I think the thing that in Kenya is really not inspiring is the way people just copy paste, like you were saying.
M-Pesa shop, M-Pesa shop,
And that's
M-Pesa shop.
yes, all done the same way.
Yes.
Yeah, so try to be original.
Yeah.
Try to have your own unique thing.
Mm.
Even as you set out to do this, and have your why clear. Why am I doing this?
Yeah.
What do I want to achieve?
Yeah.
What sort of a place do I want? What's gonna make it
Yeah.
eco-friendly?
Sure.
What can I do differently? And you
Mm.
will keep evolving with it and developing a product that is truly unique.
Yeah.
But it's definitely it's worth the ride.
Sure.
Yes.
Thank you so much for that. And this brings me to another segment, and this is the segment of community, entrepreneurship and community work. This is a segment for our viewers that we really like to be able to showcase the entrepreneurs who focus in terms of building or be able to create more opportunities and being able to bring in products, unique products as entrepreneurs, but as well as being able to take care of the community. I know that you're doing something with the community as well, and maybe you'll be able to just walk us through with setting up this space meant that there's a community that supports you around. Of course, there are employees that are coming in, there are neighbors who are around, who live around this place, and therefore it's not like you live in a bubble. And therefore, there's much that happens when the road is now just down here, courtesy of such properties evolving. So, I talk to us about your involvement with the community and how Lemon Valley supports the community as well.
Right. Yes. So when we first moved in here and started setting up,
Yeah.
the one thing we realized is that people don't have water, and it's fine during the rainy season, but in the dry season,
Yeah.
there was just like no access to water, you know.
Yeah.
And that was a real concern because there is no county water or
No, nothing. Yeah.
nothing like that, no water service.
Mm.
So when we put in our borehole, we put in a point where we are able to allow the people around to just come and get water.
Yes.
So that was something that didn't cost us so much and was able to help the community.
Sure.
So as time went along, we got an opportunity to run a children's program. It was actually being done by somebody else,
Yes.
and then they had to move back to the States.
Sure.
So then these kids were just, now lost what to do because around here, I think a big problem is just alcoholism. A lot of kids drop out, get into alcoholism and drug use. Because I think of just the bushy area and everything, there's illegal growing sometimes of drugs, marijuana, and so on. And a lot of kids, just because they are bored and they are hopeless, they get into that.
Yes.
So we just decided to do something little with them on Saturdays.
Wow.
So we just started small, and it was a daunting task
Yeah.
because there are about 120 kids.
That's a huge number.
Yes, and the number has even grown since then. So we just we feed them first of all because most of them don't get enough food to eat. And when you, especially things like bread and so on, are a big luxury to them.
Oh yeah.
So feed them, they will come from wherever. Some of them actually walk more than an hour to get here, but they come. So we do some discipleship. We give them sanitary pads for the girls. We do literacy programs. We're teaching them a bit of vocational skills, computer, sewing, carpentry, just to give them some hope, to give them some skills that would give them hope. Like I can do something. I can, I can get some work. I can do better, than my parents did, or I can better my situation than it is right now. We also have a school fees program. Where we have them come and do a little work because we also don't want to encourage the donor mentality.
No,
where they love free things, they sit there and up to they get a donor. We want to reinforce in their mind that you work to get what you want. So we, and just to develop a good work ethic in them, so we get them to do some light work, and then that
responsibility, and just being able to grow up as they know, I have to be responsible of so many things.
Yes. So then we, we log in their days, and then that money is paid to their school because a lot of them are also dropping out because of
lack of school fees.
And it's not even much. It's like 3,000, 4,000, but they're not able to pay it. We do the same for uniform. So that's what we are trying to do in our own limited way. We are hoping, God will send some partners along the way, and we'll be able to do a better job. But at least for now we do what we can, and so far it's worked out a lot better. When we took on that project, we were just like, wow, maybe we probably shouldn't. But but it's worked out. It's been good.
And while we were working here, I remember telling you that God gave you a property, knowing very well that you will be able to take good care of the property, and knowing very well that this is what you are worth and you and deserve, and you're deserving of all this. And he knew that you will take care of his other engagements that is around this place. I mean, because what else would you describe such, coming from wherever? And I'm sure, like, when you're coming here, a pretty little young girl, and you're looking at the bush and looking at everything else, but here you are doing so much. And I'm so grateful that you keep to do that. And thank you so much for uplifting the community. And those are the stories that we like to amplify about. Our channel is also about just amplifying the spirit, entrepreneurs who are supporting the community, of people working around them and all that. Apart from the employees who are earning their livings out of here and just being able to support their homes and their livelihoods, going out of your way to pick up their other children and just being able to support them. So well done, and thank you so much.
Thank you.
So, Nancy, a lot of work, a lot of doing this, a lot of doing that, a lot of doing that. How do you unwind? Because you're always working. It seems like with
Yes,
all this, it means you're always on duty.
that is true. That is
Yeah.
very true.
Yeah.
Plus, I homeschool my kids.
Oh,
So, yeah, my
right.
plate is always full.
Yeah.
That's what I was saying. One of the things I try to do is to delegate.
Yes.
So you will
Nice.
hardly ever find me down here.
Mm-hmm.
You will the keyboard person behind the scenes, back
Yes.
office. Yeah.
Yes.
So if inquiries, bookings, you will
Yeah.
deal with
Yeah.
me.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I at least these days, like you said, I have a good team.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it took time to build that team. I kissed a
Yes.
lot of frogs along the way, but I think I finally have people that I'm comfortable leaving my guest care to,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
they're warm and they're
Oh, yes.
they love
Very.
their job,
Oh,
that they
yeah.
do a good job.
Oh, yeah.
So delegating that part has helped a lot.
Mm.
Usually, when I need to unwind,
Yeah.
I have to leave this place
Mm-hmm.
because, as much as it's beautiful and
Oh, yeah.
it's
I can
giving
imagine.
serenity and
Yes.
nature and
Yeah. Like,
views,
why would you need a holiday when you own such?
that's what
That is.
everybody assumes. Yeah, but I actually do need to step away from it if I have to relax because
Yeah.
as long as I'm here,
Yeah.
it's a billion and one things to do.
Yeah.
So I do actually, I'm very deliberate about that. I'll schedule time away.
Wow.
I will get away,
Nice.
and
Yeah.
just distress.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that has been became very apparent. I need to do that
Yeah.
every once in a while.
Yeah. I cannot finish this interview without talking about three things. So one is you talked to us about the frogs and toads. I mean, who calls their restaurant frogs and toads? Like how? But somehow it's
Uh,
beautiful, and
yeah.
that's the artistic side of you. But yeah, I mean, who calls it frogs and toads? And then the second part that I want you to talk to us is about my favorite space on this
Yeah.
property. Like guys, if you have to benchmark, please come and benchmark with Nancy about your clock rooms. She set the pace. She's the queen. Talk to me about
Right.
that because that's my favorite place here. Like every other place is favorite,
Mm-hmm.
but what picks the crown is the clock
Is the
rooms.
clock room.
You are so deliberate, so intentional, and I love it.
Thank you. That
Yeah,
was two things.
yeah.
You said you had three.
Oh, those are two. What is the third
Besides.
one? No, the third one is actually about now. The signages, like the
Yes.
signages all over, and the quotes. Like your quotes are so funny. If you watch
Yes.
our past video, which we'll be able to pin it here, and I think we were driving in with my friend Rose Joy, and we were reading about the gate is so wide open, but there's a whole post saying, "Do not let the chicken out." Like how, Nancy, how, and the gate is so wide open.
Right.
Yeah,
Okay. So first about the signages, yeah, that's just a thing for me. I'm always on Pinterest, and there's just so much of all this going on there, and it always just makes me laugh.
oh yeah,
So I just thought I just need to just put a few of those
yeah,
quirky signages around. They just add,
oh yeah.
laughter and lightheartedness and fun to the place.
Literally, they
So
welcome
that,
you home. Like
yeah, that's
wow,
why we have them.
yeah, yeah,
Clock rooms, I think, is just my experience as a mother.
yeah.
You have babies and then go to a place where there are no clean clock
Oh
rooms, there's
yeah.
nowhere to change your baby. And
I agree.
sometimes actually
Totally.
just sometimes you just want to go sit somewhere away from people for
Oh
a few
yes.
minutes. Maybe you're on the phone or you're taking
Sure.
care of something.
Yeah.
So for me, a clock room, even
Yeah.
in my house, always has to have a chair in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, and just
Yeah.
be comfortable and
Yeah.
airy and
Yeah. And it's not tiny. You know, there are
yes.
people who build clock rooms in a very tiny space. Nancy's
Yes.
clock room is like a whole one
At least,
bedroom.
yeah, the ones in the common spaces are an
Yeah.
escape as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, what was the first one? The Frog and
The
Toad
frog and
restaurant.
toad.
Yes,
Yes.
that was actually a book series I did with my kids when we were setting up
Yeah.
the little restaurant.
Yeah.
We were doing a book series with my kids, and it was
Yes.
called Frog and Toad, and these
You-
two characters were just warming our lives at that point. So, and then I love books.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
see, there's all over in the cabins, the restaurant. We have books all over.
Yeah.
I love to encourage a reading culture. If you're somewhere so peaceful,
Yes. Oh yes. Yes.
a
Yes.
book is the next natural
Oh yeah. Thing.
companion. Yes. So
Mm.
yeah, just that's why just like just came from that. Yeah, and also just because I didn't want something serious,
Oh yeah.
because the
Yeah.
space is not even set up like a serious space, something
Yeah.
fun and
Yeah. Yeah.
quirky.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
Literally, the moment you read the frog, you're like, oh, we are about to have some fun right here. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, yeah. That's really wonderful, and yeah, I think that's what really like adds on to the space that just gives a unique feeling. Your quotes when you read them, I'm just standing here. If you're, I'm outstanding and all that, like, s- you know. I love that aspect of just blending them in and all of that, and it just works well with this space.
Right.
Yeah. So, wow, that was really nice, Nancy. So,
Yeah.
as we wrap up, talk to anyone who feels, or your clients, people thinking about coming to, anyone feeling like they want to come to Lemon Valley, anyone looking for an experience out of town, out of anywhere, someone looking for a space to just be able to go and unwind. You're having a wedding. Oh, this is a dream destination wedding, by the way, guys. She's not even talked about hosting events here.
Yeah.
Like, she has it all. So talk to our client. Talk to
Yes,
your
yes,
client.
yes. We do host weddings, we
Yeah.
host events.
Yeah.
As you can see the view,
Yeah.
actually, if you
It's
were to have your
dreamy.
event here,
Yeah.
it's very dreamy.
Yeah.
We do team building events. We have very friendly packages for that. And if you bring your team out here, of course, it's somewhere unique. They
Yeah.
can hike, they can do a farm tour,
Yeah.
apart from doing the other team bonding activities that people do.
Yeah.
We're ideal for singles, couples, families. We have settings for each of those. We have cottages that take families, small families, large families. We have the little cabins that take singles and couples. It's a unique place.
Yeah.
It's even our cabins. I'm sure you'll see them
Oh yes. Yes. Yes.
in the video you've done.
Yes.
Are quite unique.
Beautiful.
But we always emphasize that this is a camp. It's not a hotel.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
because we have some people that have hotel expectations, and then they're like, "Where is the TV? Where is
Exactly.
the?"
Yeah. Yeah.
And so we need to just be clear that it's a camp and it's for people that love nature.
Yeah.
Because we've really tried to blend in with nature. We've tried to keep our bushes around.
Yes.
You might have a grasshopper or a frog,
Yeah. Yeah.
even
Showing
a
up.
spider, although they're not poisonous. Nature full of quietness, serenity, peace,
Yeah.
wonderful views,
Yeah.
wonderful food, friendly service. So if you're looking for that kind of person, place, sorry, then Lemon Valley definitely is for you, and you're very welcome.
Yeah. Wow, that's just amazing. And I love that part that you know you are so differently wired, in the sense that if this is not your thing, then it's not your thing. And those of us who love this, then of course you're able to relate quite well with what Nancy said.
Right.
And so I'm going to wrap up. So to our viewers, thank you so much for joining us, and keep it here at Savannah
Savannah
Wonder
Wonder
Nest
Nest
Stories.
Stories.
Like, share, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, bye bye. Kwaheri.
Bye.